to say something that's probably going to be fairly controversial. Let me preface it with this. A lot of the people that do gear demos here on YouTube are actually close personal friends of mine. So I'm not slamming any of those people at all. I love what they do. I like watching the gear demos. I think those of us who are listening to gear demos on YouTube are doing a disservice to ourselves. And here's what I mean by that. I think it's going to be harmful to your wallet if you're listening to a gear demo trying to make a buying decision. To demonstrate that, I'm going to use the condenser microphone on the camera. Now, I know that's not the perfect mic setup, and I know it's not completely accurate to what it sounds like in the room, but it's as close as I can get right now. So it's going to give you a little bit better of an idea versus having a couple mics on the front of the grill of the cabinet, right? It's great sounds as well. We'll demonstrate that in a minute. I'm playing through a Shaw Plexi clone. This is made by Kevin Shaw, Shaw Audio. Going to a Marshall cabinet, and let's listen to what it sounds like. Now, normally what you're hearing on YouTube videos is a mic'd cabinet, of course, right? So, whatever mics they're using and going into their DAW. Other times you'll hear impulse responses. Now, Pete Thorne did a great video on the accuracy of impulse responses, and especially for YouTube, you're not going to hear a difference by the time YouTube completely screws up the audio by extreme compression, same way they do with the actual video quality. All right, so this is my impulse response of that Marshall cabinet. Mic-wise, I'm using a 57 and R21 Royer. Let's listen to that real quick. Well, it was at that point of editing the video that I realized I'm not really doing a very good job of explaining what in the hell I'm talking about. So I'll just summarize it. What I'm trying to do here is show you that you can't really go off of a gear video and expect that piece of gear, let's say it's a pedal, that if it's a pedal on a gear demo and you're hearing Andy Martin, for example, and I love Andy. If you're hearing Andy Martin demo it, you just can't expect that that's going to sound the exact same way whenever you get it home with your guitar, with your amp, with your everything. And that's just not realistic. So that's really what I'm trying to say to summarize everything. Let's listen to that real quick. This is the same thing, so we're just going to listen to only the front mic, so only the Royer ribbon and the 57, and so no mic in the back of it, no room at all. This is what it sounds like. Okay, so now I'm going to throw a greenback on this with just an SM57. And this, again, this is just the front mic. You can see how much it changes with just a 57 and a different speaker in it. For comparison's sake, let's put just the ribbon, just the Royer 121 ribbon on it, and see what it sounds like. Again, 412 cabinet, nothing's changed, same sound clip. Let's listen to it. And that was the greenback, by the way. Okay, another popular speaker, the Celestion Vintage 30. Let's put a 121 on it, a 57 on it, and listen to that. Again, just the front of the speaker, nothing in the back, no room. Keep in mind, mic position-wise, these are all the same mic positions as well. As you know from my other videos and probably practical experience, anytime you move a microphone, it's going to change the sound. So this is the mics all in the same spot. So this is the classic lead 80 Celestion. These are all Celestion impulse responses, by the way. And again, Royer 121, SM57, and just the front mics. Here's what it sounds like. So there's all different kinds of variables that go into the sound of the video demonstrating the gear. And that's not even taking into account the guitar. So even if it's the exact same guitar, from you're pulling it off the shelf, two guitars are going to sound different. It's not only the wood, it's the pickups. Even though they may spec out the same, they're not going to exactly be the same. From there you have cable length, you have the preamp that you're using going into your DAW, different type of microphones. If you're doing any editing at all on the audio, some guys will like to compress it or maybe limit it just a little bit or add a little touch of something here and there. There's a million different things you can do. So even given the actual guitar and amp you're using, there's the speakers in that cabinet that you're using. So let's be real honest here. If someone's running, if they're running a Shaw Plexi for their demo, do you have a Shaw Plexi style amp? Because if you have a Marshall Plexi, it's still going to sound close, but it's going to be different. Maybe you have a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe. It's not going to sound anything like a Plexi or a Vox. It's not going to sound anything like that. I mean, you can kind of get a feel for what's happening for gear demos and reviews, but nothing is ever going to replace going to a store, plugging your guitar into that amp and playing it there. And even better than that, if you can buy the piece of gear that you want, whether it's an amp, whether it's a guitar, whatever, take it home to where you normally play stuff and try it out there, that's even better. And most great retailers will have some sort of program where if you don't like the instrument, after 30 days or something, then bring it back and they'll refund your money. So anytime you buy a piece of gear, make sure that retailer offers some sort of refund policy. All right, so I hope this video helped you. Again, before you buy that next piece of gear, check it out at your local retailer. I can't stress that anymore. That's going to be the absolute best thing you can do to really figure out whether you're going to like that particular pedal, guitar, amp, cable, tuner, whatever. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Oh, one more thing. If you're not subscribed, maybe consider subscribing. Or don't.